Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Punk Rock Review, home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about, also the home of a bunch of opinionated crap you don't care about. Wait a minute. Give us money. Anyhow, moving straight into it today. Today we're going to be talking about a game that we, have kind of placed, on our list of, stuff to talk about and cover. And we've uploaded a smidge of some of our crappy ass gameplay. You're welcome. Kind of surrounding it and such. But, we wanted to give our overall final kind of review, thoughts, and impressions on the one and only The Ascent. So, The Ascent, man, obviously, this is one that is, recently come out, available on Game Pass and, all that good stuff. But, man, all in all, what can be said about this one? Well, man, inherently it is, for us it was, definitely a fun playthrough, man. We enjoyed most every aspect of it. Now, we do need to kind of gripe and chalk up a little bit because, it has been talked about as far as the difficulty level in, the game and what is presented to the player. And, man, there is some difficulty to different aspects of things here or there. But, at the same time, if you kind of complete stuff how you're supposed to and, you knock out one or two other little things, man, and keep a constant eye on what equipment and what weapons and stuff like that you're picking up, you can definitely stay on par with whatever difficulty tier you're at. Now, there is inherently at least two boss fights or whatever that we think are just totally out of place and definitely, made us have that kind of rage moment of fuck this game, fuck whoever designed these fucking bosses, and, fuck this gameplay or whatever on this shit because it's fucking bullshit. Now, is that really the case? Well, for two of those bosses, it kind of was and is. If there's one thing that we can't stand, man, it's bosses that shit out things from fucking nowhere. Pain in the ass. And the first example we're going to give of that is, man, the first time you fight one of those spider bots or whatever that shoots fire and shits out a bunch of little fucking spiders, fuck that one, man. That thing was a fucking pain in the ass. Definitely, got us to grind our gears a little bit, as far as our lack of appreciation for the design and that and such. But, power through it, man, eventually get through it or whatever, and you go on to more, solid gameplay, man. And, not all of the bosses are designed poorly or anything like that. And it wasn't until we got to the actual very end of the main, story game and we were fighting, that. And, dude, there is some fucked up design on how that shit works or whatever, from the time it takes you to, and, we're not spoiling, much or whatever, but the time it takes you to, do stuff at different terminals and things of that nature, man, and you got these fucking mutant monsters that all of a sudden somewhere down the line in the game or whatever learn how to fucking lob grenades and explosive shit at you or whatever. Fuck that, man, or whatever. The fucking little mutant monsters. How the fuck do they know? They have such a, ridiculous, seemingly low IQ in the game when you encounter them until about, some midpoint when it's like, oh, well, let's add these, mutant monsters that, know how to use fucking explosive weapons and shit. And we'll just have them lob shit at the player. So, you're at a terminal getting shit lobbed at you. And of course, you gotta keep uninterrupted or whatever. Pain in the ass or whatever. Kind of a design flaw in that, to an annoying degree. At least for us it was. But, we don't want to harp on the negative aspects of it, which really inherently and stuff, aside from a couple bullshit parts here and there, were the only two boss issues that we had a problem with. And those spider bots or whatever, really it's not an unfair, enemy type in the game or anything like that. But, man, that first one you encounter, if you're not ready for it and stuff, the spider bot itself is fine, but the sheer amount of little mini spider bots that are shit out or whatever brings us right back to that, what is it, Assassin's Creed Odyssey gameplay when you're fighting that damn warthog or whatever the fuck it was that shits out all these other little warthogs, and it's like, where the fuck are these guys coming from? Like, to an absurd degree. And that was one that, definitely we could gripe about all day, because the design in it was bullshit. But that's a whole nother story that no one cares to hear. Inevitably, man, the Ascent, we enjoyed our time with it. We had a couple, very frustrating, points in the game and stuff, the spider bot, and then the final, main enemy, boss battle, whatever you want to call it and stuff in the quest line and shit. That really, was the only negative stuff that we could inherently say about it. The game is gorgeous. We like the gameplay itself, the cover mechanics. If you can master that and actually remember that, it's kind of a cover based, game, you can go even further in it and stuff like that. There definitely is you got to think about what you're doing and where you're posting up and stuff like that. And you can, kind of fortify a position and stuff, especially with the different abilities and things like that. Or, I don't even remember what they call them. Stuff that you can add to you that your guy can do. Not algorithms, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can change shit that you can do. You can throw down a turret. You can throw out little spider bots. You can do whatever, as far as what you have equipped to your character. But, inherently, we had a blast with the game. Couple little minor frustrating parts or whatever, but those frustrating parts, man, definitely, we think it's more of a kind of design flaw as far as what was put on the table and such. But doesn't detract from all the great that the game has going for it, and the world creation design, like we said, the visuals, the sound, all of that stuff, man. The gameplay itself knocked out of the park. Really a remarkable game, man. We did complete it and go through it and everything like that. And can't praise it enough for that. We just hate that, the stuff that really sticks with us, aside from like the visuals and how great the world that they crafted and created is the fact that we just have those two boss fights in our head, man, every time we think about the game. Really kind of detracts from all the good that was brought. But, maybe it's just, not our style of boss battle or something. Maybe everyone else didn't have a problem with those guys or anything. But it is what it is, man. Play it, don't play it. Try it, don't try it. We don't care. Do whatever you feel like. Obviously, we just want your money, so give us money. Anyhow, The Ascent, final review, thoughts and impressions. What can be said about you? You get a good old-fashioned B. Probably a B+. So there you go. It gets a B+ from us. Man, it would be, it'd probably be an A if it was a little more kind of fine crafted in tune, but we did have to restart a couple things. One of the, little gameplay videos we uploaded, man, some dude that we were supposed to collect something from when he died, we like blew up his corpse or whatever, and then we end up walking around this whole area and stuff like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Kind of a glitch buggy, kind of thing in the game or whatever. Had to restart, do a couple parts over. There was also another part, man, where you're stopping a ship from leaving, and we don't want to spoil nothing, but who cares? No one else watches this except you. Hey, Ma. But the craft that who we were fighting against, and almost like a floating skull with some arms or some shit, ended up going up on on one of the tiers and stuff like that. And it's like we're running around the boss, battle area and stuff, trying to fucking shoot him and stuff, and you can't get back on the platform and go up to him and stuff. That motherfucker was just stuck up there, man, or whatever, like doing whatever the fuck he was doing on a whole nother like tier of the boss battle and shit. And it's eventually like, what the fuck? So we had to kind of start that entire thing all over again too. But that stuff doesn't stick out with us. The couple, designs of those other two boss battles definitely do. But the game's great. We love the world, we love the environment. We would love to see more from this studio, and definitely worthwhile for a sequel of sorts, man, or at least playing around with the universe and such, because they did a remarkable job on that, and that can't be mentioned enough for the stuff that they did right, man. The world building is phenomenal, and it's worth it to kind of go through this one just to experience that on its own, especially when you hit those like higher tiers and actually do kind of ascend or whatever through the different rings and stuff. You get to those pretty places and actually see the difference graphically and how they brought this world together, and it's, man, exactly what you would expect and exactly what you would want, at least what we wanted and expected. So we enjoyed our time with it, man. Like we said, overall a solid play, and definitely one that might possibly maybe return to later. Who knows? Who cares? No one cares except you. Thanks, Ma. Have a good one. You probably didn't. We'll catch you next time. Probably won't.